Linxia, often referred to as Little Mecca by Chinese Muslims. Is a county-level city located in the Linxia Hui Autonomous Prefecture in Gansu Province, northwestern China. Nestled in the valley of the Daxia River, a right tributary of the Yellow River, Linxia lies approximately 150 kilometers southwest of Lanzhou, the provincial capital. The city spans a compact area of 88.6 square kilometers, surrounded by highlands, mountains, and lush hills, with an elevation of around 1,917 meters above sea level. The terrain is characterized by a dramatic, arid landscape, with the Daxia River carving a fertile corridor through the region. Linxia's strategic location along the historical Silk Road, a vital trade route connecting China to Central Asia and beyond, has shaped its cultural and religious identity for centuries. Linxia, historically known as Hezhou, has been a pivotal center for Islam in China since at least the 17th century. Its nickname, Little Mecca, reflects its status as a spiritual and cultural hub for Chinese Muslims, particularly the Hui, who are ethnically Chinese and speak Mandarin but practice Islam. The city's Islamic heritage is deeply rooted in its role as a conduit for religious ideas along the Silk Road, where merchants, scholars, and Sufi masters from Central Asia and the Middle East introduced and disseminated Islamic teachings. By the 1670s, Hezhou was already an important Islamic center, visited by figures like the Kashgarian Sufi master Afak Khoja. The city became the heart of the Qadiriya and Kufiya Sufi orders, with Gongbei shrines, mausoleums of Sufi masters, and mosques serving as focal points for religious life. Linxia's significance grew in the 18th century under Ma Lai-chi, a local Hui scholar who established the Huasi Menhuan, the main organization of the Kufiya Sufi movement. The city also served as the home of Ma Mingxin, founder of the Jariya order, though its influence later shifted elsewhere. Linxia's mosques and shrines, such as the Da Gongbei, centered on Qi Jingyi's mausoleum, Tai Baba Gongbei, and Huasi Gongbei, remain vital centers of Islamic scholarship and pilgrimage. The city's over 80 mosques, built in diverse architectural styles blending Chinese and Islamic elements, are a testament to its religious vibrancy. Historically, Linxia was a stronghold during the Muslim rebellions of the 19th century, notably the 1862 to 1872 uprising against the Qing dynasty led by Ma Zhanao. These conflicts, driven by sectarian tensions and resistance to imperial rule, underscored Linxia's role as a center of Muslim identity and autonomy. Despite periods of violence, the city has maintained its status as a place where Islamic movements originate, often through Hui pilgrims returning from Mecca or Middle Eastern Islamic centers. Muslim community life in Linxia, religious practices and institutions. Muslim community in Linxia is deeply religious, with Islam shaping daily life, cultural practices, and social structures. The city's numerous mosques serve as centers for worship, education, and community gatherings. Friday prayers and Ramadan celebrations are widely observed, with mosques like the Huasi Mosque, built during the Ming Dynasty, and the Laohua Mosque drawing large congregations. Religious education is a cornerstone of Hui life in Linxia. Madrasas and private Arabic schools, such as those established by reformist imams, provide instruction in the Quran, Arabic, and Islamic theology. Historically, Hui women in Linxia have had access to education, with secular schools like the Shueda Suqin Women's Primary School, founded by warlord Ma Bufang in the 1920s, promoting female literacy. Women's mosques and female ahong or imam also play a significant role, particularly in teaching women and children. However, conservative practices in some Hui communities, such as restrictions on women leaving home without male relatives, persist, though these vary by family and locality. The Hui in Linxia practice Sunni Islam, with strong Sufi influences from the Qadiriya, Kufiya, and Jariya orders. However, reformist movements like the Yayawani, Ikhwan, and Salafi sects have gained traction, particularly among younger Hui influenced by Middle Eastern teachings. These reformists often criticize Sufi practices, such as shrine veneration, as deviations from pure Islam, leading to sectarian tensions within the community. Despite this, the majority of Hui in Linxia remain tied to traditional practices, balancing local customs with Islamic tradition. Cultural and social life. The Hui in Linxia are culturally integrated with the Han majority, speaking Mandarin and adopting many Chinese customs, yet they maintain a distinct Muslim identity. Men often wear white skullcaps, kufis, while women don hijabs, frequently in practical, locally styled designs such as velvety black or lavender headscarves. Traditional Hui foods, like youxiang, deep-fried dough wheels, and halal dishes, are central to festivals and life cycle events, reinforcing community bonds. Social life revolves around the mosque and family. Hui families in Linxia tend to be larger than the national average, as the Chinese government relaxed the one-child policy for minority groups in the region. Community events, such as weddings and funerals, blend Islamic rituals with Chinese traditions, though practices vary by sect and locality. For example, some Hui reject intermarriage with other sects, reflecting sectarian divides. The Hui's integration into mainstream Chinese society is facilitated by their linguistic and cultural similarities with the Han. Unlike the Uyghurs in Xinjiang, who face significant state restrictions, the Hui in Linxia enjoy relative religious freedom, with the government supporting Hui cultural initiatives, such as industrial parks for Muslim products like halal goods and Islamic headwear. However, this freedom comes with oversight, as imams must undergo political education and mosques are subject to state regulations. Challenges and tensions. Despite their relative autonomy, the Hui in Linxia face challenges. Sectarian tensions between Sufi, Yayawani, and Salafi groups occasionally lead to disputes, as seen in historical conflicts like the Jariyah Rebellion of the 1780s. The rise of Salafism, influenced by Middle Eastern teachings, has sparked debates over the purity of Hui Islam, with some reformists rejecting local practices as heterodox. State policies also pose challenges. While the Hui enjoy more religious freedom than Uyghurs, recent restrictions, such as the closure of Arabic schools and mandatory political education for imams, reflect a broader push for assimilation. The government's Sinicization campaign, which has altered mosque architecture to emphasize Chinese elements, has raised concerns among some Hui about the erosion of their religious identity. Additionally, surveillance of Muslim scholars and writers has intensified, limiting intellectual freedom. Economic disparities and social issues, such as drug addiction among some youth, further complicate community life. The proliferation of mosques, while a sign of religious vitality, is seen by some Hui as a reflection of disunity and materialism rather than genuine faith. Linxia's Muslim community, centered on the Hui, is a vibrant and complex tapestry of faith, culture, and history. Its strategic location along the Daxia River and the Silk Road has made it a crucible for Islamic scholarship and cultural exchange for centuries. The Hui in Linxia navigate a delicate balance between preserving their religious identity and integrating into Chinese society, blending Islamic practices with local traditions. While they enjoy relative religious freedom, they face challenges from sectarian divides, state oversight, and social issues. Yet, Linxia remains a beacon of Chinese Islam, its minarets and Gongbei shrines standing as symbols of resilience and adaptation in a rapidly changing world.